So it didn't come across to you purely as a revenue raising exercise. There was something you could take away from this. But
Yes, there was. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a revenue raising exercise.
mm,
Everybody that was the woman running it was very good. Her name was Alison. She was very good. Kept everybody involved. I think. I think. I mean, just from going through that speed awareness course, I think it's very obvious that the government needs to change things. Like, for instance, like all these country roads, we've got 60-mile-an-hour speed limits.
mm,
Well, 33% of road deaths are on country roads. And when I asked Alison why the speed limits aren't lowered, because I said my lane that I live in is a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit. And if you do 60 miles an hour down my lane, you look like a rally driver. I'm not kidding. You look like a rally driver. You are hanging on. And she said, oh, well, the reason for that is apparently because it's going to cost too much money to change all the signposts and the speed limits. It's going to cost the government millions and millions and millions, and they don't want to do it. So we've got 33% of fatal accidents on country roads because the government don't want to change the speed limit signs. Now, doesn't that seem a bit off to you, James?
no, because I actually don't think they should have any speed limits at all. I think you should be driving appropriate to the conditions, and just putting a magic number on a stick doesn't sort of make it okay. I would
Just
I
involved man.
impossible to actually happen that yeah there should be some free will involved in this, but I would like it would be great if everybody was well trained enough to know that yeah, when it's pouring with rain on a motorway, actually doing 70 might not be the greatest thing in the world. You should really slow down to 50. And
Well, that's common
as you
sense.
say,
As somebody's,
it's common sense, but nobody has it, do they?
well, that's true.
Yeah.
But common sense kicks in when you're doing 80 miles an hour and you hit a big patch of water and you aquaplane for 200
Mm,
yards and you've got no control of the car.
yeah.
Then you get some brown trousers. Then you get some common sense.
Well, maybe. I mean, the country roads, yeah, is something which is I'm very familiar with as well because there are single track roads here which are 60
Yeah.
miles an hour. So that is mad. But if you, as you know, if you live in a rural area, you know that you could turn a corner and there might be a tractor there. There
Or
might be
a,
there might be a
or a
horse.
dog.
There
Yeah.
might be a dog. There's quite often people walking because there isn't a pavement for them to walk on. So if you know the area, you are you're very aware of it. And it maybe it's townies. Maybe we shouldn't allow people out of the towns to drive in the countryside. But yeah, I would love it if it was all down to common sense. If everybody had common sense, and obviously they don't. But yeah, I would like to live in that world. But I just find that putting a number on a stick isn't really good enough, really, because there are so many other extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, that really
But
is.
yeah, I understand. But yeah, I understand it all completely. Really, I think most of us who've been driving for years know that it's not a simple business, and you never stop learning, and you should always concentrate and take it very, very seriously. And most people don't.
Please like and subscribe.